An Unconventional Threesome is a comedy podcast hosted by three rude, crude, and tattooed dudes. We tell you this so you can shield your children's eyes and cover their ears. If you don't, we're not responsible for the fun and exciting new words that they'll start using. Enjoy.
Welcome to the show, yeah, it's a blast. Turn the volume up, we got to laugh. Every joke's a hit, you'll have a fit. Sit back, relax, let's start this bit. Tuned in live from the internet's heart, where every word is a work of art. Comedy gold, it never gets old. Jump aboard, let the fun unfold.
Welcome to an Unconventional Threesome, a conversation podcast that is hosted by three dudes who have no business having a podcast. My name is John, and I am your Chris Hansen.
I'm D Money. I'm here for the sex appeal, not the charge.
Yeah, Jay's here too.
I don't know what the fuck to talk about. We're 11 episodes in, and I literally have no fucking idea what we're doing anymore.
We could talk about Trump and Elon getting into
Nope.
a divorce.
Nope.
Wow, that's funny.
Or we could talk about whether or not animals are racist if they could talk.
Have you seen the videos of either turtles or tortoises? I can't remember which one it was, but someone wears like white shoes and then they switch it with a black shoe and the turtle starts attacking it.
I have seen that.
My answer to that is probably turtles based on those videos, but I know good and goddamn well. I mean, cats are already fucking judgmental as shit. Cats, 100%.
I feel like they're equal opportunity judgmental, though.
Agreed.
Like, much like you, they hate everyone equally.
I mean, I think the least racist would be pandas because they're black and zebras because they're black and white. They're like the cookie. Once again, we're going back to Seinfeld. Gotta look to the cookie.
Everybody would just look to the cookie.
Oh, this solves all the race relation problems. Got any thoughts, D?
Cats are definitely judgmental as fuck. And they're just assholes.
But does that constitute them as racist?
I don't know. I don't think you're racist just because you're an asshole. My dog used to bark at only black people. Which is odd. He's a black lab. And like he would never growl at them. He would just bark and then wag his tail, but
Well, don't dogs kind of, mimic their owner? So is this your coming out as racist?
I hardly bark at black people.
Did the dog like ever shit in a trash can or leave the bathroom door open?
Listen, you don't know my struggles. You didn't know what I was going through.
If the dog's going to mimic the owner, you'd think it'd be a good place to start.
You would think.
Well, he probably eats out of the trash can.
Me or my dog?
Yes.
Primarily just my dog.
Find a chocolate eclair on top.
I haven't, but I don't know. I kind of agree with Jerry on that one. Once it goes past the top of it, it's trash. You can't eat that anymore.
I don't know if I'll cut this out or not. It's kind of very revealing, but I used to work in a dish room. And I know I'm not the only dishwasher that did this shit. It's fucking disgusting. I will say that. But food that would come back untouched, like fries and baskets of bread and shit like that. And if I was hungry, yeah, I'd fucking eat it.
Like, what other perks would you have other than that looks legit?
Did you ever work in a dish room?
No, I worked in a kitchen though.
Yeah.
Can't say I ever ate the leftovers.
Well, no, you were probably forward thinking, and before the plates went out to expedite, you took your portion then. And just
I think so.
I remember Sunday nights they would get rid of all the twice baked potatoes that they had, and fuck, they made some great twice baked potatoes. And they would just leave a sheet tray out of them, and I would fuck them up.
Oof. That sounds good. I used to eat so much when I worked at the kitchen.
you could have left out the last half of that statement, D.
That's true.
Yeah, so they always put me on like the weird shifts, so it was always like dinner time, but the meal time for the employees was before I got there. So I would have to eat super early before I got into work. And the one time they put me on a shift that overlapped with the employee meal time, I was set to leave at like 5 and the employee meal time was at 4. And I've been working since, noon or 10 or something like that for brunch. And so the meal comes out and I get myself a hearty portion of it. And they then had a talking with me that meal is for the people working the nights. I'm like, what the fuck? I just worked through fucking lunch and don't get shit, you fucking assholes.
I think they just didn't like you.
I said it didn't seem fair at all. I think maybe they were a little too harsh towards you.
I mean, I was a snot-nosed 16 and 17-year-old kid, so I mean, it's very possible.
Because we could go mess with them if you want.
They went out of business a long time ago.
Oh, there it is.
So they did themselves in. Yeah, I remember back in those days, what was my weekly paycheck? Like $50 a week
Oh, good.
on a good week. And I had a car payment of $120 a month. So there was no room for funny business there.
Yeah, I remember being a kid and thinking like, oh my gosh, I just got paid like $120. I'm rich.
Yeah, when I was in college, I moved furniture and $100 a day was like fucking amazing. An 8-hour day, I made $100. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. And now I look at my bank account and it's like, oh, I have $600 to last me 2 weeks. Hope I make it.
Like I said last week, being an adult sucks. It's stupid, honestly.
Well, and it's funny you bring that up because this wasn't on the list of questions for tonight. Peek behind the curtain. We typically send questions so we can think about them a little bit before we get on and have 10 hours of dead air that I have to edit out. But I saw one earlier today that was, if you woke up tomorrow as your 5-year-old self, knowing what you know now, what would you do different?
I would be the wealthiest person who's ever existed.
But you're 5, so you got to make it to like at least another 13 years before you can start investing in, things like Google, Apple, Bitcoin. I don't know if that stuff was around. I don't know exactly when you turned 18, but
Oh, yeah. A couple of those were around.
I mean, Google was big at that point, so I think it probably would have been a little late for Lenny on that, but I would have been all set to invest in Bitcoin at that point.
Yep. Absolutely.
And someone else brought up a point, do I wake up in my bed with my current wife or do I wake up at my parents' house at 5 years old? Am I living, did I go back in time or am I living in present time? And I'm like, okay, that might change things. So you wake up at 5 years old in present time. What do you do differently? And, you don't have the opportunities to invest in all of that stuff that we were thinking if we went into the past. What would you do differently now if you woke up in today's time at 5 years old?
So I'm just really good at history at that point.
I think I'd probably try harder in school.
Oh, yeah. That's one I definitely would do. And if not that, I would figure out what business I was creating for myself and then not worry about it. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was a solid B student, but I put almost no effort into it whatsoever. There were many times that I'm writing a 1-page paper the night before and submitting a pile of shit just to get some level of grade for it. If I'd spent some time on it, probably could have graduated with a much higher grades than I did and actually have an opportunity for scholarships and stuff like that and not be in the current predicament that I'm in with student loans.
You should just never pay those back.
I don't think that's how that works.
That's not how that works.
Especially the ones that are subsidized and unsubsidized by the government. They're going to want their money back. I don't want Linda McMahon knocking on my door. She's a little scary.
I just think if you don't pay them back, what's the worst that could happen?
They ruin your life?
Ruin your life, garnish your wages, seize every asset you have, wreck your credit.
Sell your kids.
Promise?
It's not a downside depending on how you look at it. But yeah, I've known two women who, one of them it was student loans, and the other one it was all kinds of other debt. And they used the first avoidance maneuver. So they just pretended it wasn't there. It catches up.
That's kind of how I've just been going with adulthood. Just pretend like nothing's happening. You'll be fine.
Just putting a figurative paper towel over it. How's that working out?
Or Adam Sandler and Big Daddy just put newspaper over it.
That's it.
Exactly.
Do you guys still get newspapers on a weekly basis like I do?
Oh, good God. Why do you do that?
I got ADHD, man. I cannot be held accountable for my actions.
So you're the one who still subscribes to the local newspaper.
No, I don't subscribe to it. It is just forced upon me once a week, and then I get excited for the grocery store sales flyers because I am a sad adult.
Is it because you're 87?
What am I gonna eat this week?
I still get those, but I don't do anything. I just throw it away. It's really a waste.
MK reads it, and that seems like a lot of work.
Well, that makes sense. MK is an adult. That seems like something an adult would do.
A learned individual. Yeah, my Shaw's app, the next week's sales flyer comes out on Thursday. And you bet your ass every Thursday I'm checking next week's sales so I can see what I'm going to be buying in bulk.
We should all go in together and buy a cow.
I'd be down. Cow would be sick.
Well, no, we don't want a sick cow. We want a healthy one.
Ideally, yes.
Can we get a 3D printed cow?
Well, that would only make sense.
Not sure how that would taste, but yeah, I'm sure it could happen.
All right. You get to switch bodies with someone forever. Who is it and why?
Does it include the mind?
Let's say yes.
Switch bodies. Now, do I know I switch bodies?
Probably.
Okay.
Taylor Swift is my answer.
Oh, for the love of Christ.
That is strictly just to piss D off. You think I want to get railroaded by Travis Kelce? Fuck no. Ryan Reynolds is my actual answer. That man's beautiful.
Oh, that he is. I don't know. Who's a good person?
And it has to be a permanent change?
Joe Rogan.
The guy you said you didn't know last week?
No, I did know. I told you it was because I thought Jay was deep throating the damn microphone.
So you want to be a 55-year-old man with bad knees?
I mean, he's got a lot of money, though.
Well, yeah, but if you're talking body, that's why I asked, is it a permanent change? Because if it's a permanent change, I feel like I want to trade to somebody a lot younger than me so I could get those years back.
That is true.
Not a bad point.
Yeah, so you got to think of these things.
Do you think Ryan Reynolds joints are good?
He probably rolls them too tight.
Triple H. That guy knows what's going on. I think that's who I'd pick.
But once again, he's been a wrestler for the better part of
Good point.
2.5, 3 decades. I would guarantee his joints are absolute shite.
Which brings me to another question, D. Could you kick his ass? Because I bet you he's in the old person group we discussed last episode.
There's no way. Hold on. Did you guys know he's from Nashua?
Yeah, I've met him.
Hampshire? Yes.
Did you also know his last name is Levake?
Yep.
He's 55.
He's 55?
Yeah.
That was the opener. That was 50s to 70s. So how many of him can you take? While we're revisiting your last silly statement.
All right. Maybe not all 50-year-olds.
So I saw a rendition of that question earlier when I was browsing the internet looking for shit. And the rendition of the question was 112-year-olds or 195-year-olds.
95.
Oh, God, yeah. That's so much easier.
Yeah.
'Cause even with my pitiful cardio, I would just run a tenth of a mile and then they'd all be winded and on the ground. And I'd be winded too, but I'd still be standing. And I could go back and finish it off.
Maybe it was 105-year-olds and not 12-year-olds. It might have been 5. That seems easier.
Can you imagine losing a fight with 195-year-olds? Embarrassing.
You see, you gotta be careful though. At this point, most of your World War II vets are above 95 because if hypothetically, I don't know, you got some guys that saw D-Day, they might come after you.
That is true. That is true. I'll give him that.
Circling back, Jay, do you have a person you'd switch bodies with?
I'm in the background trying to think of it. So trying to think of who's the healthiest like early 20s guy out there.
Danny DeVito.
No. Not you.
Who's that guy from the Twisters movie?
Haven't seen it.
No. Damn it.
What about a couple of those crazy soccer players like Messi or Ronaldo or something? They're
That's
young
not
and they're
bad.
in crazy good shape, right?
Isn't Ronaldo like 40?
I don't really watch soccer, but I'm thinking of somebody like that. Somebody who's going to be young and athletic and in great shape. So at least I can wreck another body with horrible diet choices.
Guess how old Ronaldo is?
42.
Yeah. 37. 37 is my guess.
40. I was right on the button, fuckers.
Damn.
Nice.
All right. My guess for Messi is 36.
Messi, 36.
That's my guess.
I'm gonna guess the same. You seem to be on a streak.
I'll go 37 just because I'm not a follower.
37.
Ba-boom.
Okay. Seems like a solid answer. They seem to at least have their cardio in order as they run around a pitch for 4.5 hours.
A pitch? What are you, fucking European?
Yeah, when they're playing football.
Oh, that's not football.
Football.
That's not football.
Go! Oh, my microphone cut me off. Oh.
He's still going.
All right, we'll switch gears. When we'll get a little deep on this one, kind of slow things down a little bit. When does one's youth end?
Well, when my lovely wife, anyone ask me her age, the lady is forever young. When she turned 40, in a marriage, you get catchphrases, you get funny things you remember. So we wake up, it's her birthday, great. We go out, we do whatever. And that night, she just kind of threw her head in the air and just yelled, "The youth is gone." So I'm going to say 40.
Damn, yeah, that's tough.
I swung a lot the other direction on that one. I felt like for me personally, my youth kind of ended when I started working a job that required more than 20 hours a week. So I went from, 20 hours a week part-time job to a 40-hour work week, and that's when I felt the pressures of life caving in.
So your youth was gone before you were 25, is what you're saying.
22.
You lived fast, man.
That's why I'm having my midlife crisis now.
Fast, young.
You know damn well you're more than halfway there.
Yeah, but since I'm a spiteful bastard, I get a sneaky suspicion I'll live to fucking 90 just because I don't want to.
That's true. You are a very grumpy bastard.
Yeah. And then you know what they say? Only the good die young.
So D, when was your youth gone, or is it still there?
I'm gonna say like probably 30, 31. That's probably when I felt like it was gone. There was a lot more noises coming out of me when I was trying to get up off the ground.
So I once again I'm, an 80-year-old trapped in a 35-year-old body. I was reorganizing my record collection a couple weeks ago, and I had to sit. I don't think we can call it Indian style anymore. So crisscross applesauce on the floor, organizing it. Ungodly noises came out of me once I tried to get up. And two, I had to limp around the house for, I don't know, a solid 5 minutes before I had any feeling in my legs at all. It was just gone.
There are times that happens when I get out of the chair I'm currently sitting in.
Is it usually after the long recording sessions we have?
It can be 7 minutes. It doesn't matter. It'll be, oh crap, I forgot my phone in the other room. Oh, ow, what the hell? Yeah, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I kind of feel that. I don't think I'd get up at all without making a noise at this point. I call them dad noises, but I am not a dad. But I also do a lot of dad jokes, so
I will say, as soon as I became a dad, my sneezes became so much louder. I don't know what it. I don't know what it is. Like as soon as you become a dad, you just have to project your sneezes.
I am still a silent sneezer. I am hoping one day that holding in the sneeze will cause an aneurysm and I'll just drop dead.
You shouldn't wish that.
Why? Because it won't happen.
Well, because we have this podcast, and I'm pretty sure you're the only one that knows basically all the login information.
Uh, it's in my memory. You just have to get into my computer and you should be fine. You just have to learn to use Audacity. Not a sponsor yet. It's really easy to use though. Please
You said
sponsor
it's
us.
not an ad. Let's not give them too much credit before they start paying.
Hey, it's free. I don't think they can pay to have us sponsor them.
So isn't Pornhub, but you see them have ads.
Really? Pornhub. Please explain, D. What pray tell is Pornhub?
I've never heard of this.
You fucking liars. So anyways, this is a website where you can go and you can watch videos of naked people. They be fucking on there.
I live in Texas. I cannot access this website. Now what?
No, I think you can. I think you just have to I think the rule is like you have to scan your driver's license or something like that. I don't know. One of my friends, she lives in Texas. I'll ask her to check out some porn for me, see what happens.
Yeah, do that. Ask a female friend to check out some porn for you.
Okay, I'll ask her to ask her husband to do it then.
I don't
For
think this is a
science.
Chris Hansen theme. I don't think that's his forte, what we're talking about now. His is just, those guys, and this is more SA
Yeah, no, this is we're all
harassment.
too old for Chris Hansen.
I think at this point, Chris Hansen would be coming for us.
They need to bring that show back. It was so funny.
I catch the clips on TikTok every once in a while, and I watch every single fucking one of them.
Do you see the new videos on TikTok where like people are just smacking the shit out of them in the stores or hitting them with the carts?
Pedo Patrol or something like that.
Yeah, I love that shit. That's so funny.
What a weird society we live in. The crap people do. That.
Yeah, I don't know. The Pedo Patrol. I've had this discussion with someone before, and I'm all for hanging those people from their toenails. It's fucked up what they do, but the ones when you watch the videos of Pedo Patrol, I get uncomfortable watching the video for all the people that are around the situation as these people are screaming at the top of their lungs. This person's here to meet a 12-year-old girl, whatever it is. And it's just like, it makes me so uncomfortable to watch it. And maybe that's the point. Maybe that's what gets the views and the clicks. And maybe that's what we should start doing. Not talking to 12-year-old girls. I mean, catching people. Just want to make that very clear. But it's just, I have to turn it off because it's like, or scroll through it or whatever you want to do, because it makes me so uncomfortable and I am not even there.
And guys are always so stupid, but I always see the videos where it's like guys will start screaming. He's like, here, this guy's here to meet a 12-year-old boy, and it's like they're buddies, and they just think it's funny to be screaming that stuff. First off, if my buddy started saying that, I would have to start swinging on him. Because that shit's... I've seen some shit that people do if they think you're a pedophile.
Right. Especially in prison. They tend to try and move those individuals to a different location because they will be dispatched of.
Give them the old Jeffrey Epstein treatment. Oopsies, cameras went off.
And got to advocate for everybody's safety in the government, under the government's watch.
So they say. I don't think you really need to. Not everyone deserves safety.
When you're under their care, custody, and control.
Here's a question. How long do you guys think you could last in prison?
You got to be way more specific.
What am I there for?
I don't know. Let's just say there for a white collar crime. So it's not like you're a tough guy who's in there for like murder or anything.
Embezzlement.
Yeah, let's just say you're one of those people.
Which means I'm probably not going to a federal pound you in the ass prison. I'm going to a minimum security, mid security, depending on what type of white collar crime it was.
Okay, medium security.
I still think I'd do okay. I'm a large individual, and so hopefully that would deter people from fucking with me. But if I had to become someone's bitch to get through, yeah, I'd suck a few.
How long before you do that shit voluntarily? Like how many months or years would you have to go without a female before you're like, hold the hole?
That question, the rest of my life. And as far as how long I can last in prison, it depends. D, are you going to be in there with me?
Let's just say no, because I'm a good boy.
All right, because if you were in there with me, I would already have your ass sold by the pound to everyone who wanted it on the way in. I would already have thousands in commissary. I'd be just fine. Without you, I would last less than a day. I was trying to think of how long is it between when they check you in and they put you in your cell? Because 10 seconds after that is when I'd be done.
Seen some what's that show? 60 Days Locked In or 60 Days, something like that.
60 days in, yeah.
60 Days in.
Such a good show, by the way.
I don't know. It felt too scripted after like the first or second season. I had to stop watching it.
Some of it definitely did seem scripted, but I don't know. I watched some of that. I think I could make it a while. I'd be very keep my head down, do my thing. I'm not a width-wise, I'm a big individual. Height-wise, I'm not. And I'm adorable, so I know I'd be someone's target.
Yeah, you got them baby-like features. They'd make you shave, and you would just be and make you grow your hair out because they know you like to do that. So
It's
you'd
cut
be a
now.
prison bitch pretty quick. I don't know. I think I could probably last a few months before they finally realize I'm actually a pussy.
Yeah, for me, they'd know right away. I would be dead.
I am not a huge fan of reptiles or anything that slithers or doesn't breathe air. But there was a turtle
Reptiles
crossing the
breathe
road.
air.
Well, I'm talking fish, things that live in
Oh,
water. They
okay.
technically breathe oxygen, but it's through the water, through their gills. They don't breathe air per
I thought
se.
you were trying to say that lizards don't breathe air. That we're gonna have a
Nope.
big discovery how stupid you were.
But anyways, there was a turtle crossing the road the other day, and I stopped my car and picked it up, and my wife also got out of the car to monitor the situation, and its back leg kicked out as I was trying to pick it up, and I jumped about 8 feet in the air because I thought it was going to eat me, and somehow managed to bring it across the street. So I was very proud of myself. I'm growing as a person.
Was she under the impression you were going to punt it like a damn football? Your behavior.
No, I think she probably expected me to ask her to pick it up because she knows me.
Speaking of turtles, I actually got to eat turtle on my last vacation.
Nice. How was it?
It wasn't bad. It was really, really, really seasoned. But like it
Hmm.
was on the menu. It was like a turtle sampler. I was like, you can't not try a random animal if it's on the
Right.
menu. So
I'll try turtle.
I don't think I ever need to order it again. But it's like, great. I ate a turtle. Rock on.
Is that the weirdest animal you've eaten?
No, the weirdest animal I've eaten was ground kangaroo.
Interesting.
Was that from the specialty meat store near
Yeah,
us?
it sure
Yeah.
was. I do not recommend ground kangaroo.
Can imagine it's a little tough.
Gamey as hell.
Good to know.
What about you, JB? What's the weirdest meat you've ever thrown in your gullet?
Can we word that a different way?
What's the weirdest meat you've shoved in your mouth?
I mean, regionally, I think getting
Your college roommate.
yeah, getting alligator in the Northeast was a little different. I've had that, but I know that's very common in like Florida. Oh, haggis.
Oh,
That's
gee.
not fucking weird.
I love haggis. Dude, if you tell someone to go eat organ meat, they're going to fucking laugh at you and say hell no.
Haggis is something that I would like to try.
Come on over. I got 2 pounds of it at the house.
All right. I'll bring my kilt.
And actually, my wife is gone this weekend, so boys' night.
Oh, there will be meat being stuffed, that's for sure.
All right, I think we got time for this would you rather question. Would you rather be blind and deaf or have no legs and arms? Neither are reversible.
I would rather have no legs or no arms. You can call me Bob instead. Because the other option would be blind and deaf. That means I would have to do the Helen Keller and talk with my hips, and that ain't happening either.
303 song. Yeah, I'm gonna go the Helen Keller route too, but I'll be real. Unlike Helen Keller. Yeah, because like if you're no legs, no arms, that's it. You can't go anywhere. I mean, you could, but it'd be so
Yeah,
much more difficult.
you can go to the prosthetics office and get go-go gadget limbs and be
That's where I was gonna go with that is, I can have prosthetics made. You're not technically reversing the issue. If you're totally blind and totally deaf, no level of hearing aids or ocular devices are going to help you in that situation. But if I'm missing my arms and legs, there's a much better chance that I would have a more normal life.
All right. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
And my DJ name would be MC Nugget.
See what you did there.
McNugget. Get it?
Oh, I thought you were just saying a nugget because you would be shaped like a nugget without your prosthetics on.
Yeah. I'm definitely going the no arms, no legs route.
All right. Well, now that you guys bring in prosthetics, maybe I change my answer.
I mean, originally you wanted to have arms and legs and just be blind and deaf.
My thought is I could run away from something. But then again, I guess if I'm blind and deaf, I got no no sense of no real safe way to make an exit.
You're gonna swing your cane around in a 360 circle and hope for the fucking best?
And in this fantasy, you're gonna wait until you're deaf and blind to start running.
No, I was just thinking like in a defensive way or like
Like in a smell emergency, because that's the only way you'd know anything was coming anywhere near you.
that is true. Maybe I could be like Daredevil, but just with a heightened sense of smell.
Yeah. Poor D, he's deaf and blind. What's he doing over there? Oh, for fun, he runs from his own farts.
Yeah, just think of this, D. You'd never be able to see or hear your children again. You'd never hear another, I love you, Daddy.
I also wouldn't hear da-da. I'm hungry.
I'm done.
Da-da. Could I have a fruit snack? All right, no, you know what? Y'all got me. I'm switching my answer.
Nope, too late. The genie will be there tomorrow to take your sight and your sound. Hearing? Sight and hearing? That doesn't sound good. Fuck.
If you guys could time travel, is there like a decade or a time period that you would go back
Not
to?
this fucking one. Not this fucking one.
Yeah, because that wouldn't be time traveling. That'd just be in the present, now wouldn't it?
I feel like I would do well in the 70s into the 80s. So, like, are you saying I would time travel at my current age to a decade, or I would be born in a different decade?
That does change it, huh? For now, let's just say your age right now.
1981.
Permanent trip.
That's not that far back though.
It's not, but I would be, pushing 80 by the time the 2000s roll around. So, fuck it. And I'm guessing it is permanent, Jay.
Okay. If it was a permanent trip, that's a good one. I don't know. Maybe around the same time frame, to be honest.
80s?
But I would still have enough time to invest in Google, Apple, Bitcoin, circling back around to our prior discussion,
That is true.
and become filthy fucking rich.
Now, does your answer change if I said like born in a different generation, like a different era?
Yeah, put me back another 18 years.
So,
So
69?
That's the sex number.
Yeah,
Yeah, somewhere in that vicinity, I guess
68.
67.
Yeah, I used to say like the 50s because it seemed like, I mean, besides the obvious racist issues, like life seemed like your name was Johnny, you either went into the army or you played football.
Yeah, I would take 1955 because you're too young for Vietnam and you're too old for the Gulf Wars, and none of the three of us would have had to have any impact on racial issues. Um, Less disease. You could support an entire family on one income. A car was $11.
Wish could go back and just like buy a house then. That'd be so nice. You know what? Fuck the economy, fuck the government. I hate this world so much.
We're not at that point in the podcast yet. You can't say that yet.
Sorry, I just thought about it and I got triggered, and I'm fucking real mad about the sea economy.
That's just D baseline aggravated with the universe.
Well, before a riot is incited, thank you all for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the podcast as much as we have. If you want to submit your own questions or questions you'd like to hear us discuss, you know the email. I'm not going to make D repeat it. And also, I'm going to try something new. If you want us to shout anybody out, send us an email with their name and why we are shouting them out.
$10.
If it gets popular, maybe we could start charging for it. Let's just see if we can get a foothold first. And as always, we don't pay for advertising at all at this point in our podcast. So the best way to spread the news of this phenomenal podcast is through word of mouth. So if you are enjoying it, please tell other people that maybe they should check it out.
I like the herps, people.
Get some new material.
Just like the herps, it always comes back.
You chuckle fucks ready for the Craigslist catastrophe?
Yeah, bring it on, man.
Hit me, daddy.
All right. This one is listed under activity partners, titled Rear End Specialize in Plugging a Tranny's Rear End. That's it.
I swear to God, if D's contact information is on that one, we gotta find something out.
This is John.
D money.
And Jay.
Talk to you fuckers in 2 weeks. Bye.
Fuck the government.
This podcast will make you proud.